in Africa to inspire Africans. Let me tell you, what most of our youth in Africa need are role models. They need role models. I remember when I was growing up, some 30 something years ago, there used to be a boy, you know, a neighbor to our parents, a neighbor to us. This boy, I didn't know, he just piqued interest in me. Let me tell you, unknowingly to me, I was inspiring this young child. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yomi Adu, and I'm the CEO of Era of Travels and Tours. As you all know, I talk about travels, I talk about tours within the continent of Africa. So, guys, today my address is going to the people, as in Africans who live in the diaspora, the people we call African diasporans. So, I am addressing them today. The video is not going to be long. In fact, it's going to be very, 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 very short. And the simple message I have for them is really, really burning in my heart. And I think I should share this with them. If you know anyone who is an African diasporan, please, I want you to share this video with them. Africa has come of age. It is time they start looking towards the direction of Africa, as in returning to Africa. Some of them have been in the diaspora for several years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10, 15. It is time for them to come back to Africa. And I'll be talking about three things which I expected of them as they are coming back to Africa. Number one, very quickly, is what I call to come back to Africa to inspire. To come back to Africa to inspire. Yes, all these Africans who live abroad, they have been so, so wonderful to their individual family members. They take care of they sponsor them through schools, they pay school fees, they pay house rent, they build businesses, for their family members back home in Africa, which is awesome. And that means a lot of their people are looking up onto them because they see them as their small or little messiah or their little savior. So, what are we talking about? These Africans who live abroad, it is time for them to start coming back home to inspire, these their family members, to inspire their neighbors here in Africa, to inspire Africans. Let me tell you, what most of our youth in Africa need are role models. They need role models. I remember when I was growing up, some 30 something years ago, there used to be a boy, you know, a neighbor to our parents, a neighbor to us. This boy, I didn't know, he just piqued interest in me. Let me tell you, unknowingly to me, I was inspiring this young child. Today, he's doing well for himself and for his family. And I remember he told me sometimes ago, that was when we became so close. He said, "Sir, you inspired me." I said, "How?" He said, "I looked at you, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you related with people, and the kind of friends you were having." I said, "Really?" So that is to tell us that some people are watching us, knowingly or unknowingly to us. So from the experience, from what this young chap told me, it helped my life again, so that I knew I wouldn't just do anything anyhow, because somebody might be there watching me, seeing what I was doing. Okay? So, our brothers and sisters abroad, you are models to some people. You are models to some people. They need you to inspire them. So that is why you need to still come around to Africa. Yes, your return finally to Africa will not just be a one thing, affair. You have to do it systematically, step by step on the journey back to Africa. So, one of the reasons why you have to come back to Africa is that you are coming to inspire a lot of people. You can even be a source of inspiration to the government of your country. It depends on who you are, it depends on what you are doing, and it depends on what you are capable of doing. So that is number one. I want you to take note of that. Before I move on to number two, to every returning subscribers, I say thank you. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please, I want you to do so. Subscribe to Travel Africa with Otumba Yomiadu. We have 10 countries to cover this year. We have done one already. And in the months of April and May, we have several other countries to cover here in Africa. So that is point number one. Point number two, why do people, Africans in diaspora, why do they need to come back or return to Africa? Point number two, they need to come and build. They need to come and build. See, guys, you are the one that will build your countries, or let me say your continent. We are the ones that will build our continent by ourselves because it is our root, it is our ancestral origin. We understand the nooks and the crannies of this place. We are the ones that knows where, you know, shoes are pinching our people. We are the ones that can truly, genuinely and sincerely build our continent. So we need you, Africans in diaspora, Africans living abroad. We need you to return to Africa to build Africa for us. Come. There are a lot of technocrats here in Africa also. Come and share your experience with them. Let us move Africa forward. Africa, as we all know, is the raw material of the whole world. Europe depend on Africa. Asia depend on Africa to an appreciable extent. So also America. So why can't we come and build Africa? We shouldn't be slaves forever. It is time to sensitize our people and it is time to build our communities. Now, imagine if we have good hospitals all over Africa. If we have good hospitals all over Africa, I tell you, we will be doing fine. All our leaders that love to travel abroad for treatment and whatever, they will stop doing that if we have, you know, developed hospitals, as in hospitals with up-to-date facilities, modern facilities. So all our people, all our leaders, we stop traveling abroad, to secure treatment, for their medical services. We have Africans who are doing well abroad. Those who are medical doctors and the rest, scientists, pilots, let them come back to Africa to build Africa. That is what I am saying. That's number two. And the third one that looks like the second one is invest. Invest. Come to Africa to invest. I am challenging you. How many investment do you have here in Africa? Can you come to Africa and point to your investments? I am not saying point to the houses you built. Yes, it's good to have houses, but what other investments do you have? Do you have factories? Do you have, you know, what do we call it? Do you have things that people are earning their living from? Are you investing in your continent? Are you investing in Africa? Let me tell you guys, we need to do that. We need to invest in the continent that gave birth to us. We need to invest here and invest our hard earned money so that we can grow up, so that our continent can also be, a continent we can be proud of. So we need to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a piece of information that I have for every African that lives abroad. And if you know anyone that lives abroad, please, I want you to share this video with them. Share the video with them. We need to come back to inspire our people. We need to come back and build. We need to come back and invest. So, guys, till I come your way again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomiadu. Keep supporting Travel Africa with Otuba Yomiadu. Subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so. And I want you to like the video and also write your comment. So, till I come your way again, I say bye bye for now.